This crisis could be political crisis, economic crisis, or even crisis and conflict in the communities, which pose harm or danger to the properties and people of Nigeria. Now, this insecurity doesn't just come about. It has several steps or several things which lead to it. There are several things which lead to insecurity. Insecurity occurs at homes, at schools, places of worship, in the streets, anywhere and everywhere. And Samuel, what do you think are the causes of insecurity in Nigeria?
Okay, so insecurity is just basically caused by poverty and unemployment, because a person who is gainfully employed, who has something to do with his or her time and has a like 9 to 5 job, can't just come back and start thinking I need to kidnap someone to get money, because they already have a means of acquiring that money. So there is no need for that. And by the time they are already doing, they have a job, they won't need to be taking drugs that can instill all this in their heads.
Okay, thank you very much. But don't you think the government also has a fault in this?
Yes, it's the basics of everything is just the government, because in a sentence the government have failed us. They have
Nigeria is a pot with leakages. One can no longer sleep with closed eyes like the ages. Insecurity is indeed a monster and also a fraudster. Stronger and stronger, it grows in capacity. Many clans have died in obscurity. Rejection, dismissal is plentiful, far too impossible not to take pitiful. There is suffering, much loss without immunity. People walk their bones and flesh in vanity. How then can we overcome this monster? Love. If there is love, there will be peace. Thank you.
Thank you very much. The leaking pot. Wow, Nigeria, the giant of Africa with so many leakages, one of which is insecurity. Welcome back. So far, we've talked about the meaning of insecurity in Nigeria. We talked about causes of these instances, and we also talked about the effect it has on the people and as well as on the country as a whole. Now we'll be going on to the solutions of insecurity in Nigeria. Kaima, what do you think the government can do on its path to reduce insecurity in Nigeria?
Okay, thank you very much. I think that the government should first give us jobs. Like, if the youth have jobs, there's no way they will be going to take drugs and some other things. And also, skill acquisition trainings. They can help the youth to be self-employed or even employed by the government itself. Thank you.
Yes, but that's for the government. What about the citizens? Is there anything that we as citizens can do to curb this problem on our hands?
Yes, the citizens can start by obedience to the rules and regulations of the Constitution. If the rules and regulations of the Constitution are obeyed, insecurity and corruption in Nigeria will greatly reduce. And also contentment. If we're all contented with what we have, there's no way we can turn to crime or stealing to go and get more for ourselves.
Now, one day we've talked about what the family can do. We've talked about what the citizens can do and what the government can do. Is there anything that the family can do, being the basic unit of the society, to reduce the amount of insecurity in Nigeria?
Thank you very much. As we know, family is the basic unit of society. As we know, family is the basic unit of society. This is the place where the children, the younger ones, get moral standards and values. I would say that charity begins at home. So therefore, the older ones and the guardians and parents at home should play their roles as parents, provide basic necessities for the children, instill in the children good moral values and standards. They should also be of good examples to their children so as to allow the children emulate good moral values from them. With all this, insecurity will greatly reduce in our country.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. With all that has been said, we've concluded that the government has an eloquent task to play by reducing the amount of corruption and increasing the level of job opportunities, skill acquisition centers, in order to make sure that the citizens are employed. And as for the citizens, we need to be contented and obey the rules and regulations that have been set by the government so that we can live a peaceful life. And the families also have a role to play in this. Families must make sure that they raise their members in the way that is right And once all these things are done, insecurity in Nigeria will be reduced if not stopped.
Thank you.
Jayola Ayewande, Jacob Skaima, Olotu Samuel, and the audience, thank you very much for joining us. I remain my humble self, Isabella Christabel. Have a wonderful day.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.